What's up, Ink Drip? What's up, Bert? What's up, Anissa? Salam alaikum. How y'all doing today? What's up? I'm just gonna say MC because that's I can't make it. What's up, Milton? We got Jay the God in the house. We got Erica in the house. What's good? Well, let's go on and kick this thing off. All right, bro. It's gonna walk right out in the street, huh? Life done got to that point. Damn. Okay. What did I title this? I think I said, um, "Your life is Kabbalah and you are perfect." Now, what does that mean? First and foremost, if you're anything like me, then the first time, and I don't know, everybody's at different places in their journey and so forth, and learning and all that. But I know for me, the first time I came across the subject of Kabbalah, it was a little intimidating to me. And it seemed like it was so vast and there was so much you needed to know just to even get started. Uh, damn, stuck at the light again. Um, and I don't know if some of you might have had that experience or that thought about Kabbalah. Some of you might not be familiar with Kabbalah. Um, if whether you are or not, I'll give you what I've come to find as my definition, or one of my definitions of something that really isn't definable. It's just my attempt to uh, understand this great phenomenon that's called Kabbalah. It is a blank canvas that is waiting on you to paint your picture on it. That sounds super simple. It's a blank canvas that is waiting on you to paint your picture on it. Kabbalah is the original imprinting system, meaning that the if you've heard this famous quote from Aleister Crowley: "Do as thou wilt is the whole of the law." Well, the tree of life associated with Kabbalah is from the top of the tree, which is Kether, down to Malkuth. It's called the middle pillar, but it's also called the razón. Now, razón is just Spanish for reason. And the reason that we trace it back to the Spanish is because our ancestors, the Moors, or our Moorish ancestors, delivered the Kabbalah to the Iberian Peninsula. That was one of the first places where is the work of Jewish mysticism, which it is, but it is not Jewish mysticism as in Khazar or Sephardic Jews, or who are Jewish. We're talking about it is the work of the original Yahudi. Okay? And it was taken up into the Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain, by the Moors. So, being that the Moors also introduced the language of love to the world, which is Latin, and one of the Latin-based languages is Spanish, then we associate Remember one of our other broadcasts or videos, we talked about how the teacher and the learner are supposed to be the same. That's Kabbalah. The reason, the reason for creation is the answer. Meaning that just the mere setting out on the path to know is the actual path to knowing. Okay? So that's key to Kabbalah. And that's how you know that it is a blank canvas that you are going to paint your picture on. Now, the way that it is set up for you to start painting your picture is through multiple streams called paths, or technically called Sephiroth. Okay? Now, if you want to get a common sense understanding of Kabbalah, right now they got something going on called FIFA. FIFA, it's that world soccer thing. If you want to understand the basic, get a basic understanding of Kabbalah, watch soccer, or better yet, watch basketball. These sports are all based on Kabbalah. Football is based on Kabbalah. Let me tell you how. We know that the shortest distance from Kether down to Malkuth is common sense. Go straight down the middle. But we're just going to deal with one sport just so we don't tarry forever. When you're watching soccer, same thing applies. The fastest way to get from goal to goal is just run straight down the field. But you're going to find the most resistance in the middle of any of the field in any sport. If you take off, I lied. I am going to weave in other sports. If you look at basketball, when you take off on a fast break, yes, of course, who won down the court on, and the person who has the rock is going to distribute it from wing to wing until they find a weakness, and then they will penetrate the lane and score. That's Kabbalah. That is Kabbalah. You watch soccer, the same thing is going on. Leaving the ball back and forth, but they're always trying to get to the middle, because that's what the goal is. The goal is centered in the middle of the field at each end zone. That's Kabbalah, ladies and gentlemen. So when I first started hearing about or learning about Kabbalah, it was very basic. Well, you got to get on the middle path, And so you tend to think that though outside Sephiroth represents some type of mistake that you've made because you're not on the middle path. Nothing could be further from the truth. Every point, every Sephiroth on the Kabbalah is significant and is an aspect of the divine. Okay? And you're going through those different points, all working your way to the middle pillar. That is why in Ezekiel we see that Lucifer fell from heaven like a lightning bolt. That's Kabbalah. He falls down from the crown, and just like in the Bible, dew on the roses. We used to sing this song, I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses. That's Kabbalah. The dew comes from the condensation, which is the Shekinah. From the crown comes down and showers everything else. Okay? So, the point, to make this very practical and start trying to wrap this up. As you go back and look over your life, you have never made a mistake. Be ye perfect as my Father in heaven. You have never made a mistake. Now, that's not something to be dismissive or be egotistical and walk around and think that I'm better than you. I'm perfect. No, that's not. You are perfect, But I want you to understand the context within which I'm saying this. You've never made a mistake because everything that you have done has been for the greater perfection or the greater good. Now, what can retard your efforts is if wherever you're at on the tree, let's just say you come down Kether, Bina, Kether, Hokama, Bina, then Hesed, Gabora. Now, Hesed and Gabora are the perfect examples of duality. Hesed is love. Gabor is judgment, or we could say punishment, if you want to give it that title. Those are the perfect examples of a world of duality. So that if you get too far to one side, then you're gonna have an abundance of passiveness, which is gonna be Hesed. If you get overly aggressive, which is something to really keep in mind with all of this aggressive energy on the planet, then you're going to be chastised by Gabor. Okay? But only thing that's happened is what might seem like a mistake, and this is these little bullshit euphemisms they use on your job, but everything is everything. We're gonna take it for what it's worth. You ever heard on your job they say when you go in for a review and they say, well, this is an opportunity right here. You want to just slap the shit out of someone. This is an opportunity. So they're trying to say, oh, we're evaluating you, and this is where we see there's an opportunity for you to improve, right? Okay, well, we know that they're full of shit, but let's just take it and apply it to your life, though. Everything that you may have thought was a mistake in your life is an opportunity. That's Kabbalah, baby. Because when you get too far over on Hesed, it's an opportunity for you to see yourself and observe yourself and then move back towards Gabor. This also nullifies the concept of actual good and evil. We're talking about polarities that are used to bring about a balance of energy. So your life is Kabbalah, whether you think you know it or not. You are living out Kabbalah. Kabbalah is not something you can dissociate yourself from or distance yourself from. You are Kabbalah. And you are perfect. But understand this, the perfection is here, but it's also far away. So that gives you the ability to always be working for something. You're perfect because you come from perfection, but you are working your way back to that which you came from, which is, again, perfection. Kabbalah is the attempt at putting this phenomenon into an understandable working system. All right. I wanted to make this quick. Let's see what we got going on. I appreciate that, Nancy. Nancy says, I love your content. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you much. What's up, all that jazz? What's up, Jay the God? Did I miss Mansa Celestine? All right. So, I know this was real quick, but I wanted to. It actually wasn't. It's still been 15 minutes. But I hope this makes sense. And for any of you all, I got to join that. What's up, Candace? Yeah, come on, brother. We love to have you. You know, the door is always open. But I hope for any of you who are starting to venture into studying Kabbalah, we're gonna be talking more about this, and I'm gonna be showing you some more stuff, and definitely gonna be going more in depth for the members on the website, and we're just gonna keep this thing going. We are working to uncover all the mysteries. So I got the little wild one in the back. Gonna let him get out, get some fresh air. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And as always, stay down until you get up. And when you get up, stay down. Brother Jamal, mastersofthecosmos.com. Peace.